what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today we're watching 300 Rise of an Empire. It's a sequel to 300, obviously. The first part was amazing, so I have really high expectations with this one. Obviously, we're not gonna see Gerard Butler in this one because he died. But the first part, it was so beautiful. Every single scene in that movie was like a painting, especially that scene in the end where the men, the 300, they all die and they're all laying in the ground with arrows in their bodies and everything, and all their dead bodies are laying on the ground, and there is this shot that keeps on getting wider. It was so beautiful. It literally looked like a painting. I'm hoping this movie is just as beautiful as that one. I'm really excited about this one, so without any delay, let's just get right into it. This is what I was talking about. This looks like a painting.
The Oracle's words stand as a warning, a prophecy. And Persian fire will reduce Athens to cinder. Wooden ships can save them. Wooden ships. And a tidal wave of heroes' blood.
Are we gonna see battle in the sea in this one? Because they're talking about wooden ships.
'Tis our enemies who forged our freedom in the fires of war. It was King Darius who came to take our land. He makes landfall at the field of Marathon with an invading force which outnumbers the Greek defenders 3-1. They attack the weary Persians as they disembark their ships on shaky legs after a month at sea. Themistocles. He gives the Persians a taste of Athenian shock combat.
Well, if you're outnumbered, that's the best strategy. That blood on the screen, it's so good. So they're showing us the beginning. Is this a prequel? But then we saw Lena Headey. Do we get a prequel and a sequel both?
All for an idea. A free Greece. An Athenian experiment called democracy. For through the chaos, a moment appeared. And Themistocles would seize it.
He's gonna kill him? He's gonna shoot him? Yes.
A moment that would make Themistocles a legend. It was Darius' son Xerxes, whose eyes had the stink of destiny about them.
That's Xerxes. He looks really different. He looks like a normal human being. He doesn't look like a god.
None greater than his finest naval commander, Artemisia.
Naval commander. We are gonna see a lot of ships. I
Ocean to
love
her king.
her.
In her, he had the perfect warrior protege that his son Xerxes would never be.
Only the gods can defeat them.
So he's gonna become a god.
You will be a god king. He surrendered himself completely to power so evil and perverse.
Whoa. This is so cool. This is beautiful. This whole storytelling.
Xerxes was reborn a god. The palace was cleansed of all Xerxes' allies. All those he had once looked to for counsel.
The Persian attack will come from both the north and the south.
The city-states should negotiate a truce.
Do not be deceived. Xerxes, the son of Darius, is a wolf at our door. Do we stand and fight for Greece or not?
We
Argos,
do.
Corinth, I will go and seek the help of the great Spartans.
Still no word from the messenger you sent to Sparta. King Leonidas may have been insulted by your generous offer.
I will remind the cowards of Greece that we have not forgotten their insolence.
I really like the pace of this movie. And these shots where the blood just goes.
What brings you this far south?
I've come to see Leonidas to warn him that the Persians are on the march.
Spartans! Know this and know it well. Who is willing to die at our king's side?
You've come a long way to stroke your cock whilst watching real men train.
Queen Gorgo. Unless, of course, you and Leonidas have already made a deal with Xerxes.
No terms were reached. Xerxes' messenger did not understand this is no typical Greek city-state. Even now, Leonidas is in council with the oracle over his battle plan.
Oh, that's where he is. I was wondering where...
You will receive no Spartan ships. We are not interested in a united Greece. That is your dream, Themistocles, not ours.
Apparently the Persians have offered the Spartans something they cannot refuse.
And what is that?
A beautiful death.
They say you are the bravest of our captives.
They say you're a whore from the eastern seas. Your commander is a Greek.
That's how I eat apples. But I don't look that cool doing that.
My heart is Persian.
Whoa. I don't do that after eating an apple. Oh, ew. Ew.
There's nothing to fear, to fight. Curious thing for a simple ship guard to not lower his eyes when questioning.
Is he a spy?
Your hands are not rough enough to work the rigging of this ship. Seize the spy!
A Greek woman commands all of Xerxes' ships to the south.
Artemisia.
Rumors are her entire family was murdered by a squad of Greek hoplites.
I have heard all the stories.
Oh no. Oh, it's the guy who was the messenger, who went to Sparta, who got killed.
Until no match could be found for her skills and gift with the sword. The great King Darius was impressed by her commitment, and she quickly rose to command at his side.
We will need every last man.
Well, he is still just a boy.
Much younger have defended our country, Father.
Enough! You will be needed. I can assure you of that.
The only thing standing between Athens and total annihilation is Leonidas and 300 Spartans.
They were more than enough to hold them for quite some time.
I'll be damned.
I feel like he's gonna be very useful.
Your father is preparing a surprise for our enemy tomorrow.
We have a report that a small advance force of Persian ships have taken refuge from the storm just across the strait.
Today at sundown we will sail out to meet the main Persian fleet. We will attack them in the open water with no shore to narrow the battle.
Okay, so it's at this time the 300 are alive and at the hot gates.
I need a second-in-command, Artemis. And whoever proves their excellence will earn a place beside me.
There was a scene in 300 where the ships were getting destroyed, the Persian ships, but they were getting destroyed by the storm.
Humiliate the Greeks and lay waste to their tiny ships.
They'll be dead to the last man.
If in the heat of battle, you will never be closer than with those who you shed your blood with. Most of all, you fight for Greece! Don't get killed on the first day. That goes for the rest of you!
Oh, in the beginning, when we saw Lena Headey's character who was telling the story, she was on the ship with the Spartans. But I'm pretty sure we're not gonna see them right now.
Now!
The ships are so small compared to the Persians.
Ram them!
Oh, they're gonna smash the ship from both sides. Wow. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh, these guys, I do feel bad for these guys.
The enemy's tactics are creative. Pull back. Let them have this day. I'm bored with your failures, Bandari.
Tomorrow you will fight alongside your father.
How long do you think we can hold them?
Long enough for the Spartans to unite Greece.
I love her outfits. Oh.
Yes, he is an Athenian general. He's rumored to have loosed the arrow that felled the great King Darius himself.
This Themistocles has shown himself to be quite brilliant in battle. Which is more than I can say for any of you. My disappointment is in these men.
You will taste your victory by the day's end. I will make certain of it.
The water is so calm. It's scary. It must be so painful to keep rowing like that.
Don't lose sight of them!
Whoa. Wow. Okay, what about this father-son duo? They're not gonna die, are they? They went really crazy with the blood in this one, and I love it. It's everywhere. Oh, he didn't know his son. I mean, I thought he must have found out when he said, tomorrow you fight with your father. I thought, you don't need that kind of surprise in battle.
What are you doing here?
The man's responsibility is to protect his family and his nation.
Ah, just look at the blood. Who's in the middle?
You will carry a message for me.
Fear the Greek fighting man. Fear his freedom!
She wants to meet the Themistocles.
Themistocles!
She'd like to meet with Themistocles.
How can you guarantee his safe return?
That's a big moon. That's a really big moon.
We are honored by your presence. Now come, Themistocles, we have much to discuss. My men also say that it was you who slayed the good King Darius at Marathon.
I do what I must to defend Greece.
My numbers will defeat you, and I will take your precious boats, and with my sword, I will take your Greek freedom. You fought as if the blood of Poseidon himself was coursing through your veins.
I have spent my entire adult life with my one true love, the Greek fleet.
What?
The ecstasy of steel and flesh.
Is she going to stab him?
Die with me each night and be born again with me each morning.
Okay, I didn't see that happening. What? I still feel like she's going to stab him. Oh. No, she's not going to kill him.
You'll not have your
obviously
tonight.
The next time that we face her, she's going to bring all of hell with her.
Oil? Are they gonna light up the sea?
Send in my personal guard.
I love that dress.
Pull back! Retreat! 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 Retreat!
Oh. Oh no, he's going to die? Is he gonna die? Please don't tell me he's gonna die.
Fight on, boy. Fight on!
What now? Is that a bomb? That guy, Mysticles, I know he's not going to die, but that is impossible to survive that.
Themistocles watches the bodies of his men turn the Aegean red with blood.
That's what I was gonna say, that's all red.
How many men would have been saved if Themistocles had killed that
He's
boy?
alive. Oh, thank God.
You will carry on for both of us.
Oh, he is going to die.
What did he say? I will tell you in time.
He would not have whispered if he wanted you to know. Okay. So this is where we are now. The Spartans have defeated. This is the end of the movie 300.
March them past these corpses. Let them see the cost of daring to challenge the God King. Take this dead king's sword to Athens. Let them know that I am coming next for them.
Leonidas was betrayed by a hunchback. The Spartans have been slaughtered.
Now Greece has her martyrs. Sparta's sacrifice will be what unites us. Now go! I was told a hunchback was accountable for the fall of the Hot Gates.
This dude.
He sold out his country. I shall wet this noble blade with your blood.
The God King will burn this city to the ground! Quiet yourself!
You take this message to your God King, that we will take whatever ships we have left and finish this in the Bay of Salamis.
I cannot change what has happened to Leonidas, but his sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Have I not given enough for your dream of a united Greece? Shall I put swords in the hands of my son, our children? Sparta will give no more.
This belongs with you. Avenge him.
Avenge him. Come on.
The oracle's words stood as a warning. Only the Athenians themselves exist.
Oh my god.
And the fate of the world hangs on their every syllable in a tidal wave of heroes' blood.
Nice way to bring it back.
Themistocles of Athens.
Themistocles is dead.
He is alive!
Ready my troops and armor. We will attack at once.
I am the God King. I am the one who triumphed over Leonidas.
Yeah, we saw your triumph.
Killing Leonidas and his men only made them martyrs. Now sit on your golden throne and watch this battle from the safety I provide you.
Some god king you are.
I had prayed that the Spartans would come to lend a hand this morning.
Oh, they'll come.
You are free to leave. You are still free men.
We'll fight with you. We'll die
Very well.
with you.
We chose to die on our feet rather than live on our knees!
Your father's last words.
Yeah, what were they?
He told me that you had earned the right to sit at the table.
Without Artemisia's command, the Persian navy is nothing.
Show them no mercy!
There's so few compared to so many. You're not really a great warrior or anything if you have to take 1,000 ships to destroy just 5.
Oh, nothing back! Seize your glory!
I'm not here as a witness!
Good. Wanted to see you fight. That is crazy. A horse there on the sea. That is crazy. She's just standing there, watching. You're getting punched and slapped a lot today.
It begins as a whisper, a promise.
Are the Spartans here?
It moves through her hair as gently as a lover's hand, and how wise she was to charge Leonidas to lay all at her feet.
Oh my god.
A wind
Are we
of
gonna
freedom.
see her fight too? I mean, why else would she come here in the middle of the battle if she's not going to fight? Oh my god. Oh wow.
You're being surrounded. All of Greece has united against you.
Are we gonna see him die? I wanna watch him die.
Now order your ships to disengage and surrender to me.
see Xerxes die by the end of this movie, but it's pretty much clear that he's defeated, so there was a lot of slow-mo in this movie too, like the previous one, but there was a lot more blood in this one. With the slow-mo, there was just blood everywhere, and it was beautiful. And every time some of it would spill on the screen, like on the camera screen, and there would be a smudge of blood, and you'd be looking at the scene through that. And I don't know, it just made it, I think it was in 3D, I guess, because that would make more sense to have that. That would feel like the blood is right here. Did it come out in 3D? It must have been really great to watch this movie in the theater with that music in 3D. I guess it must have been a lot of fun. Artemisia, that was a really nice character. She was written so good. She had the story of why she hated Greece so much. She was this really amazing warrior, and I mean, she was a bad guy, but I kind of love her. She just had this aura about her. Her style, first of all, her dresses were so pretty, and then the way she fights, the way she talks, Eva Green, she's amazing. I like her. And another fun character is obviously the Queen. I don't know her name. I think her name is something like Gorgo. It sounded like Grogu. That's why I remember it, but I don't know exactly what her name was. Lena Headey's character, Leonidas' wife. It was good to see her fight too. It felt amazing to see her fight. You know, leading her people into battle like her husband did. That was really beautiful. I thought this movie was just gonna be a sequel, but it was sort of like a prequel too, and this story that was going on at the same time as the 300, the Spartans' story at the Battle of Thermopylae. This was going on at the same time, and we got some background as to how Xerxes became the God King. Was he even more taller in this movie than the previous one? It just felt like he was taller in this movie than he was in the first part. Maybe it's because we didn't see him standing next to people a lot in the first part, and then we see a lot of that in this one. So he looked gigantic when he came out of that pool. I mean, he's not that tall, even in the movie, as we see later. That scene was, but it was so good, so beautiful. The whole movie, again, so beautiful. I was hoping it would be just as beautiful as the first one. It was really pretty. It was good. And we got some backstory. I don't understand one thing though. At the end of the first movie, Leonidas sends Dilios back to Sparta so that he can tell the story, and then all the Spartans would unite and fight. And we see at the end of that movie that 10,000 Spartans were marching down to fight with the Xerxes people. But in this one, when this guy, Mysticles, or whatever his name is, when he goes to Sparta and asks for help, the queen tells him that they don't want to be involved. She said that haven't I given enough? So it was clear that she did not want to fight anymore, or did she just not want to fight with him? That's a bit confusing to me. Was she saying that she's not gonna fight at all? Because that's kind of contradictory to what we saw in part 1, at the end of part 1. Or was she just saying that she doesn't want to fight with the Athens with the rest of the Greece. I'm a little confused about that. But I'm very happy that at the end she decided to come to their aid and to fight with them, and it was awesome. That scene where Xerxes' people burn Athens, that scene made me sad. I did not like watching that. We saw that scene at the beginning, and the queen narrating the story, she was telling us what's happening, but when we saw it again later, after the Mysticles lost to Artemisia, and after that we saw Athens burning, I don't know, it just felt really sad the second time we watched it. And coming back to the narration, I really liked it. I mean, I loved Dilios, his narration in the first part. It was amazing, but I really liked Lena Headey's narration in this one. I wanted more of that. I wanted her to keep narrating throughout the movie. Her delivery of the dialogues is just so beautiful. I love that actress. So it was really amazing to see that, to hear the narration from her, because I love it whenever she speaks. She was like one of my favorite actors on Game of Thrones. Hated the character, but loved the actress. All in all, a really good movie. It was a nice sequel. I mean, the first part, when you watch that movie, I was thinking when I found out, when I watched the movie, I didn't know there was a sequel, but when I found out that there's a sequel, I was thinking, how could you, I mean, compare to that? The first movie, it's a masterpiece. It was so good. I loved every second of that movie. It was such an entertaining movie. How do you make something like that again? But they did a pretty amazing job. And I'm just really jealous of everyone who got to see it in 3D. It must have been amazing. Kind of want to watch it in 3D, but anyways, if you enjoy watching this with me, please go ahead, like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.